Hello, my dear friends. Today I have come not with a list of idioms, of course, because you know me as your idiom man. But today I'm not that exactly. Today I'm going to give you some words which are very useful indeed. These are the long sentences you see very well. These are the meanings rather. And these meanings can be expressed in a single word. In English, there is a single word expression which will consolidate your English, which will make your English very concise and very precise as well. So let us start right away. And I would like to request you to watch the video full screen so that you can make out what is written here on the board. And if you fail to understand what is written here on the board, then it will be difficult for you to learn these words. If you have a notebook around, please note down what I'm telling you. Number one, the study of ancient writing and inscriptions. You will find in a library. If you go to the Asiatic Society or the National Library, there you will find some old ancient writing and inscriptions. Now, if anybody studies that, what is that called? The study is called in English, a single word is there for that. And that is very important for you to know to make your English a little more meaningful. Otherwise, you have to use this long, this meaning, and it will be a little difficult for you to express yourself very concisely. All right? So, the first word is Paleography. Let me write down this word. P A L A E. The spelling is a little difficult, okay? Leography. Paleography. This is the meaning of this particular one. So you see here a lot of words you have to use to mean that, to refer to the study of ancient writing and inscriptions. And in a single word, it will be better for you to express yourself. And then you can use the word paleography. All right, let's move on to number two. Number two is a word or phrase that reads the same backwards as forwards. You understand the meaning of this? Say, for example, the word dead, D-A-D. You just read it backwards, D-A-D. There will be no change at all. So what are these type of words called in English? If you ask somebody, say you have a friend whom you're asking, please tell me a few words that read alike, both forwards and backwards. So you may use a single word for that. What is that single word? Or you may use the word mum, M-U-M. Now you read it backwards, M-U-M. All right. So in your own language, if you speak a certain language, I don't know what your vernacular tongue is, there also you will find a lot of words which read the same forwards as backwards. All right. So the single word for this is palindrome. Let me write down the word here, okay? P-A-L-I-N-D-R-O-M-E. Palindrome. The word is palindrome. As you know, those of you who are the members of this family know very well that my handwriting is very, very third grade indeed, and I'm ashamed of my handwriting, but nothing can be done. I have failed to improve my handwriting, so I think you will excuse me for my poor handwriting. However, I'm repeating this word, palindrome. The spelling is P-A-L-I-N-D-R-O-M-E, palindrome. The word is palindrome. So if anybody asks you to give a palindrome, what will you tell? I have already cited the examples, dad, mom, this type of words, which read both the same as backwards and forwards. Number three, the release of a prisoner before the end of his or her sentence on condition of good behavior. A convict, a prisoner, promises that he will behave in a gentle manner, in a decent manner, and on that condition, he is released before the end of his term. Say a person is sentenced to imprisonment for 5 years, but because of good behavior, good conduct, he is released after 4 years. But that is conditional. That release is not, of course, unconditional. What is the condition? That he will, of course, behave himself or herself. So, what is that particular word? You will often find this word in the English newspapers. If you read the Times of India, if you read the Statesman, there you will find this particular word a number of times. So, the word is very simple. The word, I think many of you know the word. The word is parole. 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 He is released on parole. So before parole, the preposition used is on. That is the appropriate preposition. You cannot say in or any other preposition. On parole always. Is there any possibility of his being released on parole? Say a convict is in jail. So you are asking the jailer, sir, is there any possibility of my friend being released on parole? If your friend's behavior is exemplary, if your friend's behavior is good, then the jailer may consider your application. Number four, a simplified form of English with elements of a local language. These days, Gen Z. Gen Z, you understand? These people, I have heard them speaking English, and from time to time, they use certain local words, certain words from their mother tongue. Say, for example, you are an Indian, you happen to be an Indian, and you are speaking English. From time to time, you are saying that matlab, or in Bengali, you say mane, I mean. These type of words, if you use from time to time when you are speaking English, your English is, of course, very inferior. Your English will not get the thumbs up but thumbs down. So, what is that particular word called? What sort of English? If you are asked to tell what sort of English your friend speaks, what will you tell? My friend speaks English with elements of his local language from time to time. No, it will hear very odd indeed, very strange, bizarre. So the single word is pigeon, Pidgin. Let me write the word here. Pidgin. Pigeon. He speaks Pigeon English, Pigeons English. Okay. So if you apply for a job, and when your interview is, you are called for an interview, if you use Pigeons English, I think you will not be selected. The interviewer will not be impressed with your English, so it is better for you to speak English as the English people speak this language. Do not speak Pigeon English. Do not use elements from your mother tongue from time to time or the local language. Number five, a ghost believed to throw things about noisily and cause mischief. A very naughty, wicked ghost. There are ghosts of different types, of course, as you see, the human beings also different types. So ghosts also are of different types. So if a ghost causes mischief, that means naughtiness. If you see a ghost creates a noise for them, makes a noise in the house. Sometimes you will see people reporting peculiar sound on the roof at night. But when they go to the roof, they find nobody present there. So that is believed to be a ghost. But what sort of a ghost that is? That's a ghost that makes noises and causes mischief. So, what is that ghost called? That ghost will, of course, drive you mad. So, that ghost is called poltergeist. There is a poltergeist in their house. That's why if you go to your friend's house and sleep at night there, you will wake up perhaps because of the peculiar noises made without any reason. You do not understand the source of that noise, but you hear the noise. Suppose you hear that somebody is knocking at the door, you open the door, you find nobody present there, you hear some brickbats falling on the roof, you go to the roof, you discover none there. So you understand that is being done by a ghost. But what sort of a ghost? That's a poltergeist. Then next morning you tell your friend, I think there is a poltergeist in your house. The poltergeist, let me write down the word here. Poltergeist. E R G I E S T. Poltergeist. A very wicked ghost, noisy ghost, poltergeist. Let's move on to number six. Number six is belief in or worship of more than one God, as in Hinduism. Now you see, God, here the word God starts with a small g. Why? It will be surprising you perhaps. You know that God should also always begin with a capital G, but here it is a small g. Why? You may ask yourself the question. That's why I would like to explain to you. When God means G-O-D, small letter, there is G. G-O-D, God, means Devo, Devas. There are many gods in Hinduism. There are many Devas and Devis in our religion, in Hinduism. And they are also gods, but they are always small g gods, and that god can be pluralized. You can say there are many gods in Hinduism, but if you use the capital G, that means one particular god, supreme god, and that cannot be pluralized. And before God you cannot use any article even, because that god simply means the almighty, one single. And here we see that G starts, G is small g, and OD God. So the worship of many gods, that is perhaps found in Hinduism. In certain other religions also you will find there are many, like Greek. So Greek religion, there you will also find a lot of gods and goddesses, and they worship the gods and goddesses. So what is a single word? Belief in or worship of more than one god, as in Hinduism. As in Hinduism, it is, for example, written here. What is that particular word? The word is polytheism. Let me write down this word here. Polytheism. Polytheism. Polytheism means the belief or belief in or worship of many gods. And what is the opposite of polytheism? Say, you are talking about the Muslim people. They do not worship many gods. They do not believe also in the existence of many gods and goddesses. So, what is that called? That is called the word you see, polytheism. This word will be changed. Poly means many. So, it will be monotheism. Monotheism. Monotheism is the opposite of polytheism. All right, let's move on to number seven, and that is the last one for this video session. A senior student authorized to maintain order and discipline in a school. In India, mostly in Bengali medium, Hindi medium schools, we call that person, that student, a monitor. We say is the class monitor. Or at a school, you say a senior student is maintaining the discipline, order. So, what is that student called? In India, in Bengali medium, Hindi medium schools, we generally use the word monitor for that particular boy or girl. But there is a particular word that is used abroad. And even in English medium schools here also, they use this particular word. What is that word? The word is prefect. Prefect. Let me write down this word. P R E sorry F E C T. Prefect. Prefect. Say you are appointed the prefect. Your headmaster and other teachers have appointed you the prefect of the school. You come back home very happily and you tell your mom, I'm very happy today. Why? Because I am the prefect. From today, I have to act as the prefect. So the word is prefect, not perfect, of course. Perfect is a different word. It is prefect. Okay? So today you have got 7 words here to improve your vocabulary. Add these words to your vocabulary and try to use these words as and when required, so that your English is very, I should say, your English is admirable. People will admire, appreciate your English. Otherwise, if you speak English using some dull vocabulary, your listeners will be bored and they will not feel like listening to you. All right, now it is a time for the statutory stuff. And what is that? As I tell you in every video, that is all the YouTubers do this. I'm no exception. I'm also going to do the same. Those of you who are new to this channel, please do subscribe to our channel. If you do not subscribe to our channel, it is very difficult for us to grow. And if you like this video session, give me a thumbs up. If you do not like this video session, if you have some problem with this video, if you feel that you have learned nothing from this video session, you may give me a thumbs down, dislike. But I shall request you, as I always do, please leave a comment in the comment box. Then I can understand why you have given me a dislike. What for do I need to know? I need to know this because I would like to improve my teaching technique. If you find out my loopholes, then I will try to work harder so that my teaching technique becomes a little more interesting to you. All right. So, what more? That's all for today. See you again in the next video session. So long.